It's about 10:30 in the morning on Tuesday, January 9th, 2018. Let me tell you guys what happened yesterday. Well, first, let me show you guys what I vlogged yesterday, okay? In our beautiful, usually sunny Southern California. But it's okay. You know why? We need the rain. So Jada's over there in the kitchen eating one of Leah's mom's oranges. And she just told me that every time she goes over there to steal the oranges, she gets busted. And mom says, tell your mom to send some bread. We have to trade and barter to get these oranges. My orange tree only produced 5 this year. We ate them all already.
You did? So, where were they?
They were little. They were like lemons. They were so little. I think I got a piece of one. You know Daddy and Joshua ate that whole thing. So Joe went to go take Joshua to school because school started back today for Josh and Jory. But Jory goes on a different schedule. He goes like for 8 in the morning because he has to get to work for 1. You know, he works for the school system. And Joshua goes for 2, and he's going to get off at 10 at night because it's 2 art classes. So we have to take Joshua and pick him up because he doesn't have a car because of us. Okay, he had to sell the car to feed the family. So hopefully in the next few months, because this is tax season and people are going to be buying cars, hopefully we'll be able to get Josh a car. But, you know, he's such a trooper. You know, he never complains. He's like, you know what? I know it's going to cost a little bit of gas for Daddy to, you know, take me and pick me up. But at least I don't have to pay for the parking pass, which is $105. No, we should scrape that money and let him pay for that, and he could take the car. It's not like we need a car, right? No, you gone too much, girl. What happened when you start school? We're going to be here without a car.
I was going to say, I was going to have a walk.
Nah, that walking life is not for me. So, what am I doing? Let me show you what I'm doing. Where's my little bag? So we made one of these things the other night, and I think that's why the machine's kind of out of whack. The sewing machine's not acting right today. The stitches are kind of overlapping each other. And when Joe called his mom for help after he took the machine apart. Did you know he took the machine apart?
No.
Yeah, he opened up the whole shell and went into the guts, and after he already took it apart, he called his mom, and the mom says, my sewing machine will act that way from time to time. Like when you sew through thick things, it'll go out of whack. But just leave it alone. It'll come back. It'll adjust itself. I'm like, that doesn't sound like a good answer to me. So we were making this thing, and we made it with sponge, see? And it's sturdy and everything, but that machine's not made to sew that. So we really have to start on this machine. But let me tell you something about this machine. The machine goes like this. I swear to you, that's what it does. And it just with that one blow, the whole apron sewed.
Damn, really?
I'm over exaggerating, but it's that fast. The minute Joe puts his foot on the pedal, he goes, okay, when Daddy first started, Jada, let me tell you guys, he didn't know what he was doing, so he went slowly, which is what you should do. And so the machine's going, jig, 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 jig. I'm like, that's how slow the machine is? I thought this was industrial. What Daddy talking about? And Joe says, wait. So he waited till he got to the end of that one strip of cloth he was practicing on, right? And he pressed it and goes, and he was gone. I said, oh my God. Oh, that's scary. You're going to take your finger. Yeah, it's like that. It's like that. It uses this oil that rotates around like a fountain or something in there. So he's practicing though. Y'all know he's practicing. You guys know Joe anyways. So yeah, so this is what we're making. Handbag organizers. I always buy these things off of Amazon. You get about 4, like 2 this size and 2 smaller. It's made from plastic. They rip very easily. I just don't like these. These are not classy. So enough of that. We're going to make some handbag organizers for this handbag. And we're going to do that thing that Amazon does where it says, some people who have bought this have also picked up this. We're going to mark it, okay? So let me show you this one. Don't.
Sorry.
Her pants has a lot of little holes in the back part. Like, they're going to see your underwear. So this is the inside of this one. We made this one bigger, okay? This one's taller. This is the outside. I want both sides to be beautiful. And when Joe comes back, he's going to be sewing it this here way. He's going to sew this seam up and this seam up. And then we're going to flip it over. And it's going to go like this in the handbag. And then you're going to have parts to put your mints. See? Like this. A part to put your mint. A part to put a pen. Are y'all seeing this? A part to put a pen. A part to put your business cards, you know. So just a little organizer that we're making. And we want it to be pretty. What's this on it? Oh, the orange part of the bag. And honestly, guys, it is made for this bag. So when you put it in here, I told him that your pants is holy, holy, holy.
Wow.
So see, it fits right there and you can organize this handbag. What do you guys think? It's padded and everything. I am trying to get this to the $10 price point because the bags are already going to be, the bags I have at my website for $29.99 because I want to be able to drop them on sale every now and then. You know what I mean? The Belize handbag, nah, that's $50. $49.99. I'm not coming off of that price. I would rather keep the material in there and make stuff for me and Jada to wear than to make these handbags for cheap because y'all know how this material came about, right? Guys, here it is. So this is my intention for the pockets, the organizing pockets to be on the inside of the pouch, and just set it into any bag that you're using. It doesn't have to be this bag. Any bag that you're using. Let's take it out. Flip it over for me, Joe. The next way. And remember, my bags are lined already with a pocket, right? Okay, put it back in this bag. Joe wasn't really feeling doing this, okay? He's like, what? It's a lot of fabric and a waste of time. But I think it'll be worthwhile. So you could do it this way, where that's the inside, and then you just put your stuff on that part. Whichever way you want to do it. So that's why both sides should be pretty, right, Joe? I think this is fine. Meanwhile, Joe is cooking. Wednesday's asleep. Cora's in her bed in the room. We still have a bag to make. And Joe still has to put this apron on to pose for it for my website. Yeah, sugar. Yeah. How can I hide that? Here's the finished product, guys. So I've got keys and headphones and phone charger and eyeglass cleaner and mints. That's just the kind of stuff I take in my bag. And business cards. I think here I'm going to put a lipstick. Yeah. I love it. What do you guys think? Would you guys buy this? So I was well on my way to making a vlog yesterday. And we were working so hard on sewing. And then I started to get neck issues. Let me tell you, when I'm in one position, if it's sewing, if it's editing on the computer, if it's cooking, if it's packing bottles like when we used to be at the shop, whenever my vertical spine starts acting up, I am so done. So normally what I get is like a headache at the back of my head. You guys saw me with that last week. And I guess that's a tension headache. It's not really a migraine or a sinus headache. It's from tension. And I get that, and of course the headache comes with blurred vision and dizziness and stuff like that. Well, I didn't get that yesterday. I was cutting fabric. Let me tell you. First of all, we sewed. We made this little handbag yet again. We made this before, but we used sponge for the padding inside, and it was too thick and too hard to handle. So we're using batting now, right? It's pretty. So now I forget what a necessary part of this duo I am, because Joe does all the sewing, so I figure he's the most important part, right? I cut and I assemble. So now, let me tell you the problems we have when we make this bag. When you're going to sew across here, so when you sew up the seam, it's on the opposite side, of course, and you sew it shut. So when you're going to sew across there, you have to open it up like that. There's a big old hole there because I cut a square at the bottom, and you're supposed to sew across. I don't know what Joe does where he never sews deep enough across that you'll have some slippage in the fabric when it's all done. I didn't check. Normally I take it and I poke at it with my finger. I didn't check it yesterday when he was sewing. And of course there's a little bit of slippage here. And it's not an, I sewed it shut. It's not an eyesore or anything, but if we want to really sell this stuff on Etsy and, you know, not just sell it to my viewers who know the story of the fact that we just started to sew, you know, that's not going to look good. So I have to either keep this for myself or do this as a giveaway or something. And it really got me mad because this part's so hard to sew, this upper part. So let me tell you about the bag. The outside part's easy to sew because you just sew up there, sew up there, sew up the bottom, leave the holes open. You sew the lining the same way. Even the zip is easy now for us to put in, okay? I mean, we pros. Look, at first when I was putting in the zip and following that lady's instruction, the zip pocket inside, you would see the raw side of the material, not the pretty side like this. We even figured that part out, okay? This little bag is so gorgeous. So, first of all, you could go, baby. You're going to school then work, right? You sure that chocolate not milk? It's cold enough, right?
Hold on, yes.
Yeah. All right, tell me how they liked it. They have little ones up there if you notice.
The little cute one?
Yeah, be careful driving.
Oh.
That's Jory leaving to go to school and then work. So, let me divert a little bit. So Joe took Joshua to school yesterday, like for 2 o'clock. They left like around 12:30 because it was the first day. And he was supposed to be there till 9:50, but he called at 7:30 and said they let them out early because it's the first day and it was raining. But from here on in, the class is supposed to end at 9:50. The teacher said it'll end around more like 9:15 thereabouts. So Joe's gonna have to take him every Monday and Wednesday and pick him up until we could get a car for Josh. So hopefully that's coming in the next couple of months. Anyways, back to my little handbag. So to sew this part around here is so difficult to do because you just have this kind of pinned in the flap and it likes to move. And then when you're sewing, you're blind with this part here because you can't see what's going on this underside, right? So you kind of have to feel. And Joe doesn't feel. I'm like, feel with your hand to make sure you're catching both part of the fabric. So I had to rip this part, this upper part, 4 times yesterday. I'm like, I was getting so frustrated with Joe. I mean, everything about this little bag is hard to do, but, well, not everything. This part right here is hard to do. It was hard for me to sew on the buttons at first because there's a button here and there's a button in the back and you have to kind of do them at the same time. And I sew them so strong and tight that you can't even button the darn bag. So I had to learn how to sew the buttons a little bit more loosely so we can have some play in it, right? So I even fixed that part. I know how to do that part. Hold on, guys. Joe and Jada are out there running an errand. Hold on. Hello? What did I say? And they can't put no kind of rush on it? Well, I think what... Oh my God. Here you are, thought you were going to get it the same day. Well, I'm going to take Jory's in at least. You know? Alrighty. Okay, baby. Bye-bye. Alright. So Joe and Jada are out running an errand because Jada's car started to act up today when Jada was leaving. It's stuttering and sputtering. It did that before. And then it corrected itself. So Sergio thinks it's something that's on the fuel pump, but the thing comes built into the fuel pump, so you have to change the whole fuel pump. And of course, Jada don't got no money to do that right now, so we're gonna take it over there to see if it'll do it in front of Sergio, because Sergio's only going by what we tell him. Because every time it's done that in the past, when we take it over there, it doesn't do it. Isn't that always the case though? You go to the doctor and the pain goes away. Yeah. So this part's kind of hard to sew. So what I figured out, because you're not just sewing in the flap and sewing the front and sewing the lining together at the same time, but you're also sewing in the straps. So there's so many moving parts. So what I have to do now is actually sew around, pin it, and then base stitch it around. And I was base stitching before, but I was only base stitching the front part, and I will leave the back part with just the pins so Joe can remove the pins as he goes along. But remember, Joe's just learning how to sew all over again, so it's kind of hard for him to do that. A good seamstress will be able to do that lickety split, right? So anyways, the bag looks really beautiful after all the hell we went through. It's a beautiful bag, and I'll do this as a giveaway, but I don't know how to do it as a giveaway. I'll figure it out maybe later in my live or something. So let me show you guys. So what I've done for my neck, I know I'm jumping all about the place right now. I sprayed some of this block paint spray, this natural thing, and Boswellian cream or something like that, I think it is. And that's easy to paint right now for my ear. Okay, let me tell you what happened. So I told you guys that I always get the symptoms of the headache, the blurred vision, blah, blah, blah. I didn't get none of that yesterday. I just had a little bit of tenderness in the neck when I was cutting all that fabric last night because I'm cutting some Belize bags. And then I started to mess around with my website because I said, okay, I'm going to take the day off of vlogging, or editing the vlog at least, and I'm just going to go ahead and build out my website because I'm watching the video again that I watched before. It's a 2.5-hour video. And I'm going step by step, making all the changes and stuff. So the website's looking good now. I think I'm kind of finding my way around it. So I'm doing all that, and all of a sudden I hear like my heartbeat in my ear, in my left ear, and it's like boom, 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 boom. I'm like, what the hell's that? Am I dying? And so I took a shower and it went away. Just did it like for a quick, second, and it went away. And then I laid down and it started boom, 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 boom. I thought I was gonna have a stroke. I was so scared. I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning with that thing just throbbing, and it wasn't painful. It was just, it sounds like the washing machines in my ear or something, like a swooshy sound. And so I know you guys know when I get MSG and stuff, I have fluid build up in different parts of my body, and it goes in my inner ear, and you guys know I have that issue. So Joshua passed through my bedroom to go brush his teeth, and I said, Josh, I feel sick right now. I have this throbbing in my ear, but it's not pain. I don't know what it is, but it feels like my heart beats in my ear. And so he started rubbing, this area for me, like the mastoid bone and stuff. And I could feel definitely tension and pain. And then it eased up that throbbing. And so by then we started to Google things. Do not Google things at 3 o'clock in the morning when you feel sick, because they will scare you to death. I don't know why I did not remind myself of that. Oh my God, everything. They said it was some type of tinnitus. A word comes before the word tinnitus. And I know tinnitus is ringing in the ear, and I do get ringing in the ear, but I only get that when I get MSG, and it wasn't ringing, So they said that it's caused by a possible aneurysm getting ready to happen, a stroke, high blood pressure, some type of other type of blood pressure. I don't know if there's another type of blood pressure, a tumor in some part of your ear. And I said, oh God, I'm gonna die, y'all. I'm gonna die. And so Josh was like, turn that thing off, mommy. Don't look at that stuff. You know that you have trouble with your inner ear. So then he couldn't help himself. He Googled on his phone, and Joe's snoring in the bed next to me. Okay, whenever I'm sick, Joshua's the one that takes care of me, because I never want to wake Joe up, because when I wake him, he can't go back to sleep. He has trouble going back to sleep. So anyways, Joshua Googled it, and on his phone, it came up saying that you could be suffering Meniere's disease. And I go, bam! There it is. I've been diagnosed with that since the 1990s, right? And what I do to keep that under control, I was going to say to get rid of it, because you really can't get rid of it. Keep it under control is watch my sodium intake, watch my MSG, well, try not to get MSG in, but sometimes I get it in. And also to take a diuretic, a water pill. But I didn't think I needed a water pill. I was fine. I was my correct weight on the scale. Ever since I had the Mustacholi last Friday, I went back to my correct weight, and I feel good. But I just feel like I overdid it with my neck. And there's probably an infection trying to go on in my inner ear anyways, because I remember yesterday my inner ear was kind of stabbing me. And so then we just took I'm pointing to it over there because I don't think you guys can see it, the blow dryer, and just blew some warm air into my ear. And that helped ease whatever was going on. And I went back to sleep, and the throbbing continued off and on. It would stop, and it would come off and on. And then I woke up in the morning. Joshua's not good at rubbing. Joshua doesn't have an anointing to, Belize people say ninjo, to ninjo. Joshua doesn't have that anointing to ninjo. And just meaning to massage. So Jada woke up, and she's got the right little bony fingers. Oh my God, that little girl hurts. But she cures the problem though. So I got up out of the bed and go, Jada, help me. I've been sick all day, blah, blah, blah. I wanted to go there and wake you and ask you to do this for me. And Jada's like, Mom, you could have come and wake me. So she just pressed in there. When she pressed in there, the whole world was spinning. Whoo, Lord have mercy, it was bad. And then it was hurting, but then that thumping went away. And that's what I could deal with pain. I could deal with the neck pain that I have. I cannot deal with that thumping in my ear. It felt crazy. It felt like I was going crazy. So anyways, this is a cute little bag. Joe thinks I can still sell it, even though I stitched that thing underneath. This is the next side of it. This is the next side of it. Isn't that pretty? And then the zip. Is on that side now, the zipper pocket, and then of course I have my label. So Joe still thinks I can sell this no matter, see the thing's not coming apart here on the liner part. So this part, when he sewed it across, he sewed it deep enough to offset any problem. And the buttons are working fine. Oh my God, it's so sweet. It's so sweet.
How you feeling, sugar?
I'm feeling a lot better. I don't have that in my ear, but I really do feel like I have some type of ear infection that was starting.
Okay.
And it just manifested itself as that boop, 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 boop. What the hell is that? What's wrong with me?
It sounds like a bass drum, huh?
Oh my God. I still feel sore in my neck, but not as sore as this morning. A little sleep helped, and the ibuprofen helped. But, you know, I got the demands of my family still, even though I'm
Yes.
sick.
It's a rainy day, so on a rainy day we get powder bun
Soup.
soup.
This was my grandmother's thing. Oh, it's raining. Eileen, it's raining. You make the soup, I'll make the powder bun. So we're doing powder bun. I hope I have everything in this because I kind of like just winged it without looking in my book. Yes, I still have to look at my recipes to do them. I have, okay, Joe, flour, baking powder, sugar.
Where's the egg?
You want egg in this one?
Yeah.
You don't always have to put egg in powder bun, but Joe want egg. Okay, let's go right. Flour, sugar, baking powder, butter. That's the main ingredients for powder bun. The egg is optional. What else I got?
You got what's the thing name?
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon, and you got. Do you put what do you call it, the thing in there?
What that?
The liquid stuff?
Me not put no Montezuma with the thing in there at all. You guys let me let me show you what he wants to put in this thing. Oh, by the way, I see just now on the news that Steve Bannon got fired from Breitbart. Oh, Lord.
Was that for Trump or something?
Remember, he went to work for Trump. He left Breitbart to go work for Trump. He was the one running the country when Trump first got in. We call him the Grim Reaper. So he was running the country because he was talking in Trump's ear like Sir Hiss the Snake out of Robin Hood. And then Trump fired him in August. I guess he kind of had to. And then Sloppy Steve talked to the reporter man. I like what the reporter man said last night. I don't have to go back to the White House, so I don't care who I blow to the water. And so Breitbart fired him. That's his publication that I think he owned it. But you know then people take on partners, right? So somebody when named Mercer, somebody the rich lady, fired his behind. This is what he wanted to put there this thing. Montezuma Mexican vanilla. Ugh, let me tell you, that thing gross. I'm like, no, it's okay. I'm gonna make my own vanilla. Somebody told me all I have to do is get the vanilla bean and soak it in vodka. And I don't know how long to soak it for. We have our own vanilla. By the way, when you're doing powder bun from my recipe in the book and you're gonna add eggs, because my recipe don't have for you to add the eggs because this was totally optional. This is not the way I was taught to make it in Catherine's. We were taught to make it without the eggs. But then somebody said, put egg in there, mix it lighter. You're not gonna use this whole can of milk because the egg makes it more wet, all right? So my godmother, she decided she was gonna put eggs in her powder bun and not tell me. And then she just threw the whole can of milk without doing what I'm doing, like a little bit at a time. Oh Lord, and the thing come out too wet. And when the dough gets too wet, it becomes more like a cookie. And so it'll get like super hard. It won't be soft like a powder bun. The one person I saw that made my powder bun for my book, Joe, and it came out looking just like I made it, was Julie. Julie Edie, my darling. Every recipe that you do for my book look exactly like I do it. I am so proud of. I mean, I walk around like this. Oh my God, look, I'm a good teacher. Oh my God. Because I want the stuff to come out good. You know what I mean, Joe? Mm-hmm. My cousin Cindy was telling me about some guy that made all my recipes from my book and effed up every recipe, Joe. I was like, what the hell? Don't be blaming me for that. Oh, Joe, before you go, Joe has to go take care of his hearing aids right now because one of the cells are dead in one of the aids. But show the purse that we made today, boo. Show the one we made today.
This is the one that we made today. I think it's this one, yeah.
Yeah, that one there. The Belize one. And now the liner, show the liner inside, Joe, the lining.
Belize there.
The lining is pretty. And you can still reverse the purse if you want, because I made it that way. But if you were trying to buy a Belize bag, you might not want to reverse it off of the Belize side, right?
Mm-hmm.
Flour. See, pretty liner on the inside. It still goes with the top part, right, Joe?
Mm-hmm. I hope I'm getting it right time. Look.
Show the other one over there.
What?
Show the other one on the table with the make. You see, show the one on the wall. Darling Messenger one. We're going to redo that one, guys, because of the mistake on that one. See, all the stuff is on the table, but I don't have a zip and I don't have the button. So Joe have to go buy a zip and button. And I have a lot more things to make, but I need components. I don't have the money for the components, so I have to sell what I've made first, right, Joe?
Mm-hmm.
My website is kind of ready. Kind of ready, meaning that I still have work to do on it, but it's usable now.
This is this right here. Okay. And we're getting ready to do this one.
Okay, let me go ahead and bump my thing here. I really don't want Jada to go to the studio today because it's raining, but Joe already told her she could go with Colin. So I'm praying that hedge of protection because I don't want to live my life in fear. You know what I mean, Joe? So just flour it a little bit, guys. Kind of work it around so the top gets smooth. Joe, come closer. Yeah. And that first one is done. Now let me tell you something. Shanika bought this for me for Christmas gift. It's tiered, okay? Y'all don't be haters now, because I got some good cookie or powder bun sheets. I can have layers. Daddy, when you come back, you're gonna see the layers of the powder bun waiting for you, okay?
Okay. And this is how it look out there raining right now.
Let me show it in the front too, Joel.
See the puddle down there? It's raining cats and dogs. We say raining cats and dogs.
American people say that too.
They do?
You ever hear the story about why they say rain cats and dogs?
No, why?
They said back in the olden days, you know, like little house on the prairie days,
Mm.
their roof make out a thatch, right? You never live in a thatch house, Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah, their roof make out a thatch. And so small furry animals, not cats and dogs though, but like rats and squirrels and stuff, would go up in the roof to stay warm in the winter time. And when the rain came, it washed them out of the thatch. And they look, oh, it's raining cats and dogs. I don't think the story is true, but that's what I heard. I got Joe laughing. I'm so grateful to feel better right now with my neck issues. Huh?
I gotta go, folks.
Show the rain outside through the front door for you, go, babe.
Got a river down there.
I guess we're gonna have some grass soon. Look how drenched the earth is. My little table over there that I take pictures on is all wet, but this one's dry. I'm good though, I don't have to take any pictures today. Joe is still over at the place with the hearing aids. Jada went to the studio with Colin in all this rain. I'm trying to set the camera to where you can catch Joe too, because when I was in school and I took television broadcasting, I took 5 courses, okay? They said that the person, the talent, is either supposed to be completely out of the picture or completely in the picture, but you're not supposed to have a piece of them in the picture. So I just came off of my live. I went live at 5:30. I'm going to start going live at 5:30. I was supposed to stay till 6:30, but I stayed till 7, a little bit past 7, because the people that came in tonight was such fun. And I'm so grateful for y'all sharing my website, bearpantryshow.com, because that's how the word will get out that I have these merchandises. Is that a word, merchandises? Merchandise for sale. So right now we're doing the handbags, the books, the aprons, but a lot of people expressed interest into the organizers that you saw earlier in this video. So I'm gonna make some more of those because I have the material to do that. You know what I mean? Joe, I don't need nothing extra. Hey guys.
Hi.
How did it go at the studio today? People were asking about your songs.
It's gonna be out this month, promise.
It went. It
All the
is.
interviews came out, yeah, so now we can get
You didn't have to kill nobody.
He was gonna.
You were finna kill somebody over your interface, huh?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool. Are they coming along? Are you still gonna use the guy for the piano, Colin?
Yeah, we're working on Monday, so.
That's awesome. So the kids just came in. Joe's watching telenovelas. Joe's watching telenovelas because it has subtitles, and it's like, I call them telenovelas because it's with this one girl, Kate something is her name. Joe watched a whole series on her. This is on Netflix, right? He watched a whole series with her. One season had 63 episodes. That's a novela, you know, and then it's the same girl again. And this one has 73 episodes. So every time he turns on an episode, I said, you watching your hoe? Hey, you watching your hoe? So, what am I going to do? End this one, go edit and upload. And then go back and work on my website a little bit. I have a video that I have to edit for the cooking channel tomorrow. If I can't do it, oh well, I can't do it. It'll show up on Thursday. I'm not pushing myself anymore because if I drop sick, who's going to take care of the channels? Right? They're going to take care of me. That's a given. I know they love me. They'll take care of me. But who's going to take care of the YouTube channels? Who's going to make these beautiful purses and these organizers, right? Joe can't do this stuff by himself. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I love you guys for watching. Please thumbs up the video if you liked what I've produced. Don't forget to share my website for me and leave a comment. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Bye. Yeah, Daddy, in a kimono. ¿Qué tal, papá?